おはようございます。サンドロック生活2年目、冬の1日です。町長から明日の夕方重大発表があるとのお手紙です。一体何でしょうね。パブロさんから何かが完成したとのお手紙ですが、これはひょっとしてファッションでしょうなあれですか？私、ちゃんと覚えていますよ。母から2通連続のお返事、まずは1通目。こっちはカトリワールドのお話ですね。それでこっちは、何でしたっけ？サンドロックをユフォーラの宝石に戻した、とかそんな感じのお手紙でしたっけ？ダメだ。全然覚えていません。お手紙を確認した後は、家の改築作業で1日が終わってしまったので、翌日までカット。昨日からミヤがあそこでずっと立ち尽くしているのが気になっていたのですが、自宅の改築が終わったのでやっと話しかけられます。
Look, there's the builder. Come join us. Mia needs your help.
どうしましたか？
Well, you know how I've been helping out at the moisture farm. But with the greenification of Sandrock almost complete, I'm going to have more free time. So, I was thinking, maybe it's time for me to start something of my own. I want to settle down in Sandrock, just like you have. But I'm still not sure what that something should be. Mian told me to follow my dreams and do what my heart desires. You know, I've always had a passion for tending to various plants in the garden since I was a kid. So...
お店も良さそうですが、珍しい品種を育てるのも面白そうですね。
That's an interesting idea, but it might take time. Ooh, I could open a shop! But what would I sell? Gardening
結局お
tools?
店なんですね。
That's perfect. And you could also sell flowers. You know, I've always wanted to be a shop owner too. When I was a kid, I used to dream of opening a bakery or a florist shop. Funny how life turned out.
子供の頃
I
ってな
became
ぜかお
builder
店屋
like
さ
the
んに
rest of my
憧れますよ
family.
ね。
While I might not be skilled at growing plants, I love having them to decorate my house. I'm sure there are more people like me in Sandrock, and we don't have a store catering to that yet.
確かに植物ってほ
So
とんど売
I
られ
think
てな
that's
い
a
ですもん
brilliant
ね。
idea.
I see. Selling flowers makes sense. It's easier than dealing with just gardening tools, which I have to import and find storage space for. But with flowers, I can grow them myself. Perhaps Zeke would even let me use a plot in his moisture farm. But how can I afford to rent a shop? I know I could ask my family for support as a last resort, but I'd prefer
最
to
終手
figure it
段
out
と
on my
はいえ、
own.
家族に助けを求められるって時点で、ミヤは家族と仲がいいんですね。まずは場所を探してからの方が必要資金の値
You're
をか
right.
けやすくないで
Let's
すか？
focus on finding a suitable location first. Unfortunately, it seems there's no space available on the main street. And if we set up too far from the town center, it might be inconvenient for people, especially if they want to buy those heavy gardening tools.
最初の貸し出しでも
I
しま
have
す？
a balcony in front of my workshop that's currently free to use, but it's not big enough for a whole shop.
What if we just set up a flower display rack there?
Ah, a display rack with a canopy! That sounds about right.
現在付きとは言ってな
It'll
い気
look
がします
lovely on my
が、
balcony and provide some extra shopping space. By the way, I still have some extra funds left after donating to the Sandrock school.
あれ、ま
So
だ
I
残っ
thought
てる
you
ん
could
か。
have it.
必要
You
分だけ
know,
受け
it's
取る
like
って
an
言ってたから
investment.
かな。
Thank you. But if I don't need to rent a storefront, I have enough saved for a flower stand.
But it's just that I'd really love to be a part of this. I mean, I told you I dreamed of opening a shop when I was a kid, and I wasn't joking. I just never got the chance. That's why I want to invest in the business. I thought you could use some extra goals to order different flowers from other places and attract more customers. And I could help you with whatever you need help with. I
この二人、い
I
つの間
kind
に
of
か
wish
随
to
分
run
仲
the
良くなっ
business
ていま
with
すね。
you. Is that a possibility?
Ah, I see. Of course. I'd love to be business partners with you, Mian. It would be a dream come true for both of us.
Really? Thank you so much, Nia. Just tell me what you need me to do. While I may not be an expert in planting, I'll try my best. I'll
ミヤン
even
さん
ask
もよ
Zeke
く
to
サッ
teach
カ
me
ーさん
some
のお手伝い
techniques.
していましたしね。
That's all right. We'll figure out the planting part together. First, let's come up with a name for our business. Even if it's just a few racks, it's our special place. Any ideas?
ネーミングセンスがないって言っていたうちの子に聞くの？これは一番下が良さげか
I
な？
thought so too. I want the name to represent both of us in some way.
どんな風にするんですか？
But Neon, they don't sound very catchy.
How about we put your name first? We could call it Minnie.
Minnie?
Because it's small and cute. Plus, people will immediately know it belongs to you
そ
and
れは
me.
どうでしょう？小さいって意味でしか受け取られないん
Brilliant!
じ
I
ゃ。
love it! How about Mini Botanica?
急
It
にどこ
reflects
から
that
か
we
生え
sell
てき
not
た
only
ボタニカ。
flowers, but also plants and everything related to gardening.
It's settled then. Let's name it Mini Botanica. We have a name and a location. Now I need to prepare some flowers for sale. And of course, the flower display rack. Anything
こ
you
の場
can
合、
help with?
やはり私が用意するのは展示棚ですよね。
Oh, that would be so special. You two grew up together, and now you're literally helping Nia build her business. I'll help with growing the flowers. I'm not an expert, but I'll do whatever Nia asks me to do.
Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it in no time. Okay, I'll design a recipe for the display
お
rack.
待ちしています。
And I'll ask around and see what people want to buy from our shop and then get the flower seeds.
ミアンちゃんは市場調
Sounds
査
like
で
a
すね。
plan. Thanks for your help. We'll send you what you need tomorrow.
Goodbye. See you soon.
そういえば昨日の自宅改装の際に、試験室にベビーベッドを設置したんですよ。そのため、選択肢の中に子供のアイコン、出ましたね。
Honey, I've been thinking, how about we have a child of our
これ、
own?
真っ昼間の街中の往来で話す内容かとか思ったのですが、悪いのはこのタイミングで話しかけた私です
That's
ね。
amazing. Just tell me anything you need. I'm right here by your side.
というわけで、ここからどのくらいかかるかはわかりませんが、そのうち我が家にも赤ちゃんが来るはずです。
It's harder to fit a yak mill through the eye of a needle.
パブロさんのお話を聞くため、
Darling,
リ
you're
ハに
here.
やってきました。お手伝いしに来ましたよ。
I knew you'd remember. I've already finished designs for 2 collections. I'll give you a sneak preview. I designed 2 sets of clothing, some formal wear and swimwear. I've made more than 10 sets for each design.
たくさん作りましたね。
You really are so wonderful. The scene, a rapidly changing Sandrock. Blooming flowers, celebrations all around, the people, still dressed in their boring clothes. We need some aesthetics. We lack diversity. We need a breath of new, fashionable air. And then, here we are, with the lush trees, the flowing water, and the longing for a long dip. So light bulb moment, swimsuits.
なるほど。
I never thought this day would come, but I finally think the time is right. I am going to put these on the
フ
catwalk.
ァッションショーの開催ですね。
Yes, a fashion show. As I was drawing them, I could picture it. The lights, the gasping faces, the stunning designs, and me at the back, needling the final touches on a hypnotizing piece. It will be a 2-day affair, each day focusing on one series. This was,
2日連
I am
続で開
hesitant
催
to
と
admit,
か、かなり
in
気合が
fact
入っていま
Trudy's
すね。
idea. She was more than supportive and believed one day to simply be too short. Now, what else is needed? First of all, clothing production. I am but the designer. I do not possess the skill to create these magnificent pieces.
ビビおばあちゃんの出番ですね。
Ha! I can see your expression. No, I do not need you to make them. I have already asked Phoebe, and she has agreed to work with me. Now, the issue of the venue. Trudy believes that the show could bring in tourists and offered to host it outside the city hall. But the construction of the stage will be your piece de resistance.
ステージ作り、元よりその
With
つもり
Trudy's
です。
support, honestly, this has grown bigger than I could have imagined. I even have my models, and they love the designs. Heidi's already made a diagram for you. You just need to make it and give it to me. That's not a problem,
了
right?
解です。
You're quite the go-getter, aren't you? It's positively charming. Well, I just have to prepare the clothes, organize the order of the show, then, when you have built the stage, please give it to me. Believe me, Sandrock will soon be the cosmopolitan hub of the free cities.
民兵団で久しぶりに何かがありそうなのですが、民兵団メンバーかもしくはミゲルさん関係か。 ゲルさんの方でした。
I've been in contact with the Alliance Council, and I just can't in good faith recommend anything other than the full extent of the law. Transfer to the Atara Maximum Security Prison. You betrayed us and have shown no sign of remorse. I will contact the authorities and organize the transport.
I accept all punishment, Trudy, and will abide accordingly.
Then I will keep you informed of the date of your departure. I just can't understand it. Why?
It's no excuse, but I did what I believed was
でしょ
right.
うね。
But this town, everyone living here, after all you did for us, everything you said in your sermons,
町長はだいぶミゲルさんを信用していたんですね。
guidance. I even trusted you to teach my daughter. I thought you cared.
I truly do.
Please, don't give me that.
ミゲルさん、利用されて裏切られたけど間違ったことはしていないって思っていますよね。
No. I was not used. I was betrayed. My actions were my own, and I am no one's puppet. I will face all the consequences with
だからこそ
dignity.
この状況も受け入れてる、と。
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
You said that the water was a cover for their true intentions.
実際そうでしたね。
I have been taken for a fool. This I realize now more than ever. I truly thought Duvos wanted the same thing as me. That they were on the right side of history. But very recently, I have been grasping at something, anything, that would validate my actions since I have been in Sandrock. The more I searched, the more I came to only one truth. There was nothing.
正当化できるだけのも
My
のはなかった。
handlers simply telling me what they wanted me to believe. I must have been simply a diversion. If I could have pushed everyone out of Sandrock, then Duvos could excavate the ruins in secrecy.
そこが利用されたって部
My
分です
arrest
よね。
threw a proverbial wrench into the works, and it appears to have pushed their hand. I was then left to rot. They never cared about me. They never cared about my ideals. I was a fool.
そもそもなんでこんなお話に引っかかっちゃったん
When I
です
was of age, I left to study in Meidi. My family were believers in the light, and I dreamed of spreading the word. I always feared the day of calamity. Feared the light being extinguished once
も
more.
ともとは恐怖心の強さから信仰に走った感じ
I
だった
quickly
のか。
befriended Matilda. She was older than me, working as a tutor in the guided study sessions. I remember when I first met her, when I attended her session the first time. She was helping a group of students with their questions on faith. She was kind, understanding. Whenever I disagreed with the doctrine of the church, she listened. Later, I started to feel that the teachings were not enough.
マチルダさんを疑うのは相当難しいですよね。どちらかというと、ミゲルさんが反対していた内容が気になります。
The Church of the Light has an unwavering trust in people above all else. It's the individual people that got the human race through the age of darkness. This is why you see Sandrock being somewhat loose with Age of Corruption technology,
まあ実際そういった部分があるから今の時代があるんでしょうし
and
ね。
somewhat more pessimistic about human nature. Allowing humans freedom to pursue their vanities is what led to the day of calamity. Those around me in the church did not take the teaching seriously. Even the deacon. It was as if they had forgotten the sins of our forefathers.
ミゲルさんって人の負の部分ばかり気に
During
してい
my
ません。
studies, I became depressed. I drifted further from the teachings, became isolated, and found myself
あ
more
あ、孤立してい
radical.
る人間って狙い目ですからね。
Then, an agent from Duvos made contact. The things they told me. That Duvos would regulate technology. Everything I heard aligned with my beliefs. They wanted structure. They wanted to ensure no one else ever lost their lives.
取り込むためにうまく話を合わ
They
せたん
wanted
です
to
ね。
ensure the safety of humanity. I see now in retrospect, Matilda used my grief against me. She was conditioning me. She must have told an agent of my wavering faith and guided their hand from the background.
これ、どっちの選択肢も同じこと聞こうとしてません。
While I was studying at Nady, my town was destroyed.
なんてこったい。
Thus, I am a child of the lost
猫
sea.
も家族なので言いたいことはわかるんですが、さすがに真ん中を選んだら怒られそうな気もする。だからといって謝るのもなんか違う気がするので、そのまま
Our
話を聞い
existence
ちゃいま
was
す。
always a delicate balance. Being a town skirting the border of the peripheries, we were aware of the dangers, and largely went unbothered.
ドスってそんなギリギリの場所にあったのか。
As I went to study in Nady, I bid my hometown farewell, though kept in regular contact. It may surprise you, but I took part in many of the onboarding activities and was a strong advocate for the
教
church.
えに疑問を持つ前は熱心な信者だったのね。
It seems strange to reflect on that now. During my studies, Das was attacked by a creature from the peripheries. It happened overnight, without warning. Everyone in town was killed. My
場所を考
parents,
えればそれなりの警備はあったんでしょうが、それでもダメだったのか。
you cannot imagine it. My entire town destroyed by a monster in the blink of an eye. Just thinking about what my people went through. It is truly harrowing. The depths of despair cannot comprehend what my family endured.
残された人間にはせめて苦しまずに生けたことを願うことしかできませんね。
When the news was announced at school, I felt everyone's eyes on me. They were fixed, filled with an empty pity. I fell into a trance, simply glided through the halls, unable to process what had happened. I needed to talk, to confront it. Where were the Rangers or the Civil Corps? How did we not see it coming? And how could the Alliance let this happen? The questions burned into my mind. I sought answers, but people avoided me, said I was too intense.
大げさだなんてことないのに。
Within a week, people were laughing again, enjoying themselves. They'd all forgotten already. Countless lives
人って
lost,
そうやっ
yet
て
they
前に
returned
進
to
むん
their
ですよ
lives
ね。
again
い
as
つ
if
までも
nothing
過去ば
happened.
かり見てたら前に進めないですから。
Everyone simply avoided me further, except for Matilda. She was. I fell into the darkness. I sunk into the questions that were burning on my tongue. How could the Alliance let this happen? How are we allowing the sins of our forefathers leave us in ruin? How could the free city simply abandon us? I expected a rescue. I expected the Rangers to search and destroy that monster from the peripheries, but no. They saw it as a lost cause and moved on. My family were not even buried.
下手に深追いすると二次被害が出る可能性もあったのかな。でも遺族としては納得できない部分もありますよね。
It was then that my heart was blackened to the Alliance, that my thoughts started to drift. I was vulnerable. I was lost.
こんなの利用できる人間を探している人から見たらいいかもすぎますから。
She would encourage me to think independently, to question myself. She said my fears were valid, and that I was a fiercely independent thinker. And while she did not agree with me, she valued my beliefs. I now believe she was taking note of my doubts, and behind closed doors crafting a narrative that reciprocated my beliefs. A narrative she then passed on to handlers. It was no mere coincidence that I was sold a beautiful
し
vision.
かしマチルダさんの人心掌握術が恐ろしすぎる。
I should have seen this sooner. But I was blinded by their words. It answered all of my
結局ミゲル
questions.
さんが聞いていたズボスの話は、彼が欲しい答えを並べただけの作り話だったんですね。
Appears so. All that I took for Duvos ideals were simply my own being reflected back to me.
目の前にでっかい鏡を置かれていた、と。
What I have done to Sandrock is unforgivable. It is only now that the blinds have been pulled back. I must face my actions head on. I still believe that we as a species need to control our desires to pursue unfettered technology. Loss must not happen again.
過去から学ぶことは大事ですからね。
However, it does not excuse what I did. I have wronged the people of this town and the free cities. I must accept penance for my actions. I must take this as a time for personal growth. Thank you for coming to see me all this time.
自分のしたことを見つめ直し受け入れて、その上で前に進もうとする姿勢は素晴らしいと思います。あ、そういえば結婚祝いと誕生祝い、ありがとうございました。あっちこっちでいろいろなお話を聞いていたせいで忘れかけていましたが、夕方からロバタの集会がありましたね。
Welcome to this fireside meeting, everyone. Wow, quite a turnout. Now, I hardly need to mention all the magnificent progress our town has made in recent days. One need only take a short look around.
お水はジャブジャブ、緑は
Water
もりもり
flows
ですね。
into the town
冬
from the
になっ
north.
ちゃったせいであんま
A
り水わか
forest
んない
of
けど。
trees surrounds and protects us from sandstorms, and Sandrock itself has become a bastion of life, the oasis we always knew it could be. On behalf of everyone who made this happen, our builders, our researchers in the moisture farm, and you too, the citizens who encouraged us all to be the best we could be, I welcome you to a new age for Sandrock.
Can I get a yee-haw?
Never thought I'd see the day.
To a better Sandrock.
We love you, Trudy!
I tend to find happy endings a bit
どんな物
tiring.
語でもハッピーエンドが一番
Oh,
ですよ。
just this once I'll let loose. Yee-haw!
We the best! We did it!
I say we make Trudy mayor for life. All hail the new Sandrock order.
They tried to knock us down, but we never gave up.
一番下以外はどれも良さそうですね。
With that said,
そ
the
のまま
next
先に進んだ。
quinquennial Free
ちょっ
Cities
と楽し
Alliance
い。
Summit is coming up. Usually it's hosted by Atara or Highwind, but this time I have volunteered Sandrock to host, and the council has accepted.
サンドロックでサミットをする
It
んで
was
す。
always Martel's dream to share this beautiful oasis with her fellow man. That dream was taken from her by greed, but we have restored it with
そんな強
indomitability
力な人、そ
and
の時はサンドロ
telepathy.
ックが錆びれるとは思ってなかった
Other
んで
than
しょ
the
うけど
leaders
ね。
of the Free Cities, I also propose that we invite any and all from across the Free Cities to come and see what we have done during the summit. To see the jewel of the Eufaula as it once was, the stuff of legend, thought to be washed away by the sands of time, now here, as real as you and me.
And rock on the world stage, huh?
Go.
Party at the Blue Moon?
Remember the
We
last
got
time we had so many
bowls.
folks interested in the town?
これは一番上、お客さんたくさん呼びましょう。
Thank you for your support. Having a legend like you on my side gives me great
なん
confidence.
か私の評価が恐ろしいくらい上がって
That's
ません。
right. What's the point of doing anything if you can't even brag about it? Them city slickers still think we're all a bunch of backwater sandbillies. How many lands did y'all greenify? How many sandstorms y'all eradicated? How many licks does it take to get to the chocolatey center of a sand roll?
Cooper,
Yes,
save it
恐
for
ろしく早いマーベルさんのツッコミ。
I want everyone to invite everyone they know, anyone who might be interested in seeing our new Sandrock, whether it be family, friends, or business partners. It's gonna be a big celebration. Any other questions or objections?
Should we tell backup personalities again?
You know what? No, not at all. Going forward, I want us to be us. If someone doesn't want to be here because of who we are, well then, that's their loss.
町長、今までにないくらい強気です。それだけ努力したし、自信も持ってるってことですね。
And Owen, as you suggested, I believe the Blue Moon will be as good a place as any to hold a banquet. The summit will take place over the course of a few days, and, well, I'll let you know the schedule when I do.
Ooh, I'll get those bowls sparkling.
Till then, everyone just relax. Maybe put a new flower or two in your garden if you get the time. Every little bit helps.
Can do.
Builders, perhaps some last-minute preparations may find their way onto the commission board, but I'm sure it's nothing you and the guild can't handle.
Rest easy, Mayor. Our builders are the best around.
Good. I'll inform everyone of the exact date once it's set in stone. With that, I think we can call this meeting to an end. I'd like, if I may, to conclude with a familiar phrase. One that has taken on new meaning in this new age of Sandrock history. For all we've been through, can we please just have one more?
Conserve water!
Oh, thank you.
お水に困らなくなってもお水が大切なことには変わりないし、水を大切に、ってこれからも続けていいのでは、お水に困らなくなった世代に、こういうことがあったんだよ、って教えるきっかけにもなりますしね。といったところで、今回はここまで。それではおやすみなさい。
See ya.